This afternoon we're going to go in stealth mode with me and my shadow. I hope we're going to have a fun with a gun day today. That's what we're going to try to do. But before we get started, like always, please click subscribe. Please click get you like, click that little ringy dingy so you get a notification when we put up another video. I appreciate everybody. I'm trying to respond to everybody, but thank goodness we're growing. It makes it hard, but I promise you I'll see everybody and I'll get back to you eventually. Today we're going to talk about a CZ Shadow. Now these things have been on the market a long time, and there's a lot of opinions. A lot of people like them, some people don't. But we're not talking about those CZ Shadows. We're talking about my CZ Shadow and my opinion. I have to buy my own stuff. Nobody kissing my butt out there, so I'm going to tell you exactly what I think, whether you like it or not. But what I got is a CZ Shadow 2. Now, I did get it at the big box store. You see that Bass Pro on there. And what I do not like about buying guns at big box stores is I understand why. We all have to be understanding, but they put those trigger guards on. And those trigger guards prevent you from actually working the action, feeling the trigger pull, and deciding, do I like it or do or not? You kind of have to listen to people like me on frickin' video and get their opinion, because you can't fondle that thing like you want to. I mean, you can hold it, but you can't caress it. Does that make sense to you? You don't get that opportunity. So you have to take the bicycle locks off and all that other crap. That's one thing. But I did get one. They've been out for a long time, but I'm going to give you a little bit of background. I got a neighbor down the road whose son shoots in these pistol competitions. And I think he's pretty good at what I've been told. Anyway, his dad has started shooting with him. Right? Father-son deal, get to know each other. Well, I got invited. Did I go? No. Why? Well, one thing, all I've got is that big 230 grain 45 ACP. I don't want to go out there and embarrass nobody knocking the damn targets down. So I get to looking around and I think, what do I want? These CZ Shadows are supposedly hot shots on the range, or one of the hot shots when it comes to these pistol competitions. And we're going to look at it. Now CZ, I do have a CZ 75. You guys may go back and look at that video. I like the CZ guns. They got good quality. Here we got our typical safety stuff in there. But I've been wanting one of these for a long time. But the problem was I really didn't need one, and I couldn't pass up a 1911 to get one. And they weren't cheap. So anyway, I ended up down Little Rock, Arkansas one time, and they got one down there, and I got a few points saved up. So I go in and I get me a CZ Shadow 2. Now, some people call them orange and blue. You know what I'm talking about? You got the CZ orange or the CZ blue. This is a CZ blue. This is a CZ 2. It is a metal gun, not plastic, not polymer. That son of a bitch is heavy. Now, I'm not looking at notes. You guys know I don't cheat. I think this thing went over 46, 47 ounces by the time you add it, do the math, put some magazine in it and everything. We're talking about a handgun that's 3 pounds plus. So this is not going to be a carry gun. No, it's not a Model 29. It's not 5 pounds hanging on your back pants trying to pull your britches down. This is a house gun. It's a competition gun. Now, when I was down there shopping at these things, they had two models of the same handgun basically. They had this model with the plate on top, so you could put the change out and put your sights on the top for red dot or hologram, whatever you want to put on there, SIG, whatever. And then they had one that was probably about $300 cheaper that did not have this, and all you had was the rear sight. Now, you can make that work, but you're starting to rig things. So go ahead and go off a couple $100 and get one. If you're going to use it for that, you can do it successfully, easily, be better. It's got a pretty nice set of sights on it, if you can see it. That red dot up in the front, nice adjustable rear sights. It's heavy. Now the pistol grip is checkered blue aluminum, no polymer there, nothing else. You can see it's got a really huge beaver tail on it, just like my 1911s. I love nice things with nice tails, y'all know that. The nice beaver tail on it, got some checkering here on the back, got plenty of checkering on the front. Look how it's cut up here, this high cut there. See that high cut on the trigger guard and this high beaver tail? That's gonna let you get up high on the handgun. If I lay my finger close there, it's getting up really close to the axis of the barrel. So I'm getting up high, that's gonna let me absorb some of that recoil in there. It's a metal gun with serrations on the front, some serrations on the back. With a 9mm, it should be as heavy as it is, which is gonna be, like I said, 3+ and some change in weight. The barrel's just shy of 5 inches, 9mm. This dude ought to be a sweet shooter. It should be pretty daggum, you know, nice to shoot. Double action, single action, nice. You know, if it was just a little shorter, it'd be an excellent carry gun. And I do believe they may make one, but I'm not gonna be able to get one. What's the difference? I can tell I'm not gonna carry it, I'm gonna carry my 1911. But anyway, it's a nice looking handgun. The trigger, nice, smooth, chromed out. I like it. Feels good. That's good. Not bad. Let's put it in single action. Take up's a little long, but good and nice. The one thing about the CZ guys, if you remember, the slide, I'm gonna point this barrel right at you. You see this empty. The slide sits down inside the frame. Can you see that? Instead of up on top of the frame. So again, we've got the weight in the center of the axis all lower, closer to the end line of the center of the barrel. So we don't have that recoil flipping it up and back and forth and twisting around. It should be a pretty sweet shooting handgun. Does have a rail on it with one little notch, so you kind of limited on what you can hang where. Ambidextrous safety on both sides. No decocker. It feels good. It's a little heavy, but I think that's going to make it a nice, sweet shooting thing. Now, this thing looks like it came with 3 magazines. This says 12. This says 17, and this says 12. So we got 2 12 rounders and a 17 rounder, and we got a few toys in here and Allen wrenches if we want to take that top plate off, and I guess it's so we can do a couple different variations or manufacturers of sights. Is it completely ambidextrous? I think that we could say yes. I think this freaking mag release, you'll see how big that thing is. That mag release, I think we can flip it over to the other side of the handgun, if you'll see on this side. So I think we can make it an ambidextrous handgun, but although I hadn't tried, so I could be wrong. You guys see me open the box. I do know it's a big summit, and I like that. Now, I did hear that they were adjustable. I like that. Now, I'll show you sometime on a 1911. I like my mag releases to be pretty soft. And what I mean is I don't want to have to take both hands and give myself some kind of freaking hemorrhoid to get the magazine out. I want to be able to drop it, click it, slam it, and be done. Hit the release and go. I'm kind of anxious to shoot it because I've just had my eye on them for so long. I just, you know, kind of out of reach at the time, every time I wanted to get one. I think that I was expecting the slide to be a little bit slicker. It's not quite as slick as I thought it would be. I can feel it when it gets here. It's like it's hitting a disconnector. I've not disassembled this thing or any of them. I'm just making an assumption here, and the assumption starts with ASS. So, you know, I think it's going to be a nice handgun to shoot, or I'm going to go that based on they're so popular at the competitions. But you know, that really doesn't mean a hill of beans in myself because they're sponsored and people give them shit that they don't have to use their hard-earned money for. I use hard-earned money for this and points. I got to pay the damn bills. So it better run like I hope it runs or you're going to hear it. So let's go outside and light it up and go bang, bang, bang. Okay, we're out here with the Shadow 2. The one thing I did not do, I did not check your trigger pull in there. So I'm going to go ahead and check this trigger pull before I shoot it, and then we'll check it once after I shoot it, and we'll do it in that hammer kick back, see what we get. 3.3. We're just gonna do it one time, so let's see what we got here. We're gonna start with a 17, and 12. Let's start with a 12. One thing I do, a lot of times I get, you know, give credit where credit is due. I'll shoot cheap ass steel case ammo out here at the range. Why? Like I said, guys, I'm buying my own crap. So, you know, we got to give it a little bit of leadway once in a while with a handgun in case it's having a problem with this cheap crap. But when I carry, I'm only going to carry something like Hornady, critical defense, something like that. I'm going to carry some serious shit when I'm carrying. But out here doing this, and I won't shoot this a whole lot. If I do start shooting it, of course, I'll go shooting some brass target metal. So, now let's see what we get. That weight should make it feel really good. Real slow recoil. That's why they use it right there. The recoil on it it's really smooth. Like shooting a 22 when you got this much weight. Really smooth. We're not getting any muzzle rise at all, hardly. Let's just set out there. Man, I can have fun with this. Nice. It's got a high capacity. I'm gonna call it high capacity. You libs go look some other channel. I'm liking this. Let me slow down a little bit though. That's just too much fun. Let me make sure to check the safety off. Seems to be functioning fine. Big magazine release. This is not really opened. I could use that opened. I can bet you that there's some aftermarket products out there that'll flare that out and make that for a faster feed. But you know, we're just out here at the range. I'll put it on safe and show you here real quick. Look how high I'm able to get my hand up here with that beaver tail, and my finger, especially my finger up under here. You know, without that being cut, I would be down here. And then that would be making the handgun uncomfortable because that beaver tail is so high in the air. What I would be doing was be down here, which would give me much more muzzle rise. I really got this thing is well designed because this is high enough. So when I move that finger up high enough, naturally they're gonna have to move this beaver tail up and vice versa. Nice handgun. Love it. Let's try a trigger pull now. I don't suspect it to be that much different. It did run that cheap crap pretty good. We only run 50 rounds through it. Let's see what we get. 3.1. So it's still right above 3. Nice trigger, nice weight, nice handgun. Loving it. It's not even that hot. Man, like it. As usual, CZ comes through. And always, guys, shoot safe and shoot straight.